I am Badrish Aparna, a business leader with over 25 years of experience in various industries, starting from machine tools, automotive related applications and semiconductor markets. During the course of my interaction, I have worked in small teams, big teams, large global teams, sometimes as a participant, many times as a leader, and today I am going to share some of my experiences in what I call cross-functional leadership. Cross-functional leadership is today the order of the day because it is no more sufficient that only one person or a small group of people work towards achieving the goals of the organizations. We have many moments where we have a probably an opportunity and where we need to put together the capabilities of all the people in the organization and achieve the results. So this I call it as a collaborative approach to distributed intelligence. It is different from piecing together the know-hows or the capabilities of people. It is primarily working together, evolving good things, staying together and doing good for the organization. I had two such experiences. The first one was the balanced scorecard, which was primarily a strategy initiative inside the organization to bring in more dependability in our performance, monitorability also at all levels. The second one was approaching and developing new markets through technology leadership by tying up with a company which was in Israel for the solar industry. These two opportunities gave me to lead, among many other opportunities, a very critical role to lead and give the results. The biggest challenge of all cross-functional teams is the domain expertise. I call it challenge because people who are experts have their own views. Many times it is silo type. So the role of a leader to put together these domain experience together towards a common objective is what makes the difference. Apart from the domain difference, the common goal of all the people involved would be to have a win. This is what drives the entire group. Whatever we do, by using the domain expertise to win, it should be driven by the enterprise vision. The people who are a part of the team have to be passionate and innovative, and this is what the leader has to get engaged in. Whether it is this project or this project, I played a lot of role to bring in the passion to their work and to the contribution, and most importantly, anything which they did also had to be recognized. The biggest challenge when we have a domain expertise or a group of people coming together is that potentially there will be issues of conflict. The areas of conflict is something which a leader has to essentially manage because it can take away the whole direction of the process. And in such a critical application, one of the first things which I took a step towards securing the whole direction was SMS. This is senior management support. This is very critical because at each level of progress, we have to get this support, then you have a bigger bonding in the entire activity, as we see later. And most important is to bring in a trust factor. When we come together in both this group, there are comments like, maybe you have a hidden agenda or somebody else has a hidden agenda. Does the management have a hidden agenda? No. We have to be transparent and tell them, bring in the trust factor, and one of the critical ways of bringing the trust factor is bringing in role clarity and the goals. All these activities definitely need a budget, and this is what I secured in both the processes. As the team started working, there is potentially a problem that people will say that I have my routine work, I cannot do this work here. This is what is very important. Speed and agility. We have to be after the people. We have to be after our direction. The next one is transitions. Many times it happens that some group member, when I was working in both these, would go away on some emergency work, or maybe he may be transferred, or he himself leaves the organization. From the beginning, I made sure that we have an alternative. The alternative was not just to fill in the gap, but was already a part of the process so that People's movement, intentional or unintentional, did not affect our goal. Like all human beings, any effort which they put, we have to go over and above the normal expectations and find a scheme for recognizing and rewarding them. This is very important because now we are working with a team with a lot of interfaces which not only influences the day-to-day functioning but the specific common objective with which I have taken up. One of the key things which drives moments of difficulty is the golden link in the organization which comes out of the informal networks. People can say it's not needed, but in my experience I felt it was very critical. This was the best way to influence towards the betterment of the organization and without compromising on the deliverables. Everything looks rosy, but please beware. There are two things which can happen in the whole process, which can potentially checkmate you. One is, as I said, the difficulty with people. Second one is the mergers and acquisition. The best part was, in both these cases, this problem I prevented because I used a lot of informal networks building and had the trust of the members and the senior management support. When it came to this, in the balance scorecard I found that the organization was acquired by somebody else. Still, the goodness of this was used, which means that any good intention initiatives will stay longer. And please remember, the common question which we ask is, do we do this only when there is a crisis? Answer is no. Please make it a routine practice because you are unearthing the potential of everybody in the organization all the time. And that is what drives us towards the wins. This is my message for you, and I am sure that you will be able to benefit from my experience. Thank you.